Good morning. Well, with tweets and squeaks, we're setting off on Saturday. I think it is Saturday, I'm fairly sure, the 9th of October. It's not a cold day, but it's not a bright day either. And the little party we was expecting next to the boat last night didn't happen, so that was good. Today we're thinking probably Cooper's Bridge. We'll see. As long as we're in Hebden Bridge for Monday, it doesn't really matter. So to do Cooper's Bridge today, we'll be in Hebden by probably tomorrow evening. We'll see. But yeah, it's 10 o'clock and a bit. What time is it? Oh, and quite a bit. It's 10:20. So yeah, not too sure quite how far we will get now. Just thinking about that. My timing was based on leaving at 9. Yeah. The best laid plans of mice and men, but not women. Oh dear. Right, anyway, that's nice, isn't it? Nice shape. Do like the shape. Big bow breaker, and then a more traditional brigante. Right, next stop. Well, not stop. Stanley Ferry. Then after Stanley Ferry, our passengers get back onto the boat instead of walking, and we head up to Wakefield. Here's a new addition. They've put a great big barge up here to put their rubbish in. This is Stanley Ferry, and those things there are what go to make lock gates. This is where I think they used to say the majority of lock gates were made in this country. There's another facility somewhere or other, but yeah, how nice. And those hoses are to ensure that the lock gates, what they has made, remain swelled up, because when you dunk wood in water it swells up. If it dries out, oh, what am I saying? If it dries out, it shrinks. So you should always keep your wood wet. I can't believe I said it, but you know, keep your wood wet and it doesn't shrink. This is the last little bit where they'll be walking, and then we zip on up to what's called Fall Ing Lock. It's two words, fall and ing, not falling. Fall and Ing Lock. Yeah, alright. So this is the famous Stanley Ferry Aqueduct. I've no idea why it's famous, or indeed why they've got an aqueduct when you can actually sail around there. In fact, sometimes when the marina here is just hanging boats around, not knowing what to do with them, they stick them in here. So you have to go around there. And look, there's a boat up there, look. So we might be going into, provided they are going up towards Wakefield, we might be going through Falling Lock with another boat. It's always nice to go up with another boat. That's Stanley Ferry done, and the two floodlocks at the end. So we zoom on up here now on the River Calder up to Fall Ing Lock, and the boat that was in front Don't know, not sure if I can see where they are. They might have slammed the power on. Whoa! Try catching them up now. Because what we don't want to do is get to falling lock and find that they've just closed the gates on us. Ha ha ha. Can I see? I don't know if I can see anything up there actually. Oh, actually, yeah, maybe. Yes. Yes, I can see the boat in front, I think. Good. Oh, cool. Other boat up. Unfortunately, there's also one in front of them waiting to go through lock. Lock's emptying now, but it just means we're going to have to tie up and wait for a bit. Well, let's hope they're stopping at Wakefield. Go on, that's why they're made of metal and paint's cheap. Oh, here's a turn up sharing a lock with two other boats. That's good, isn't it? This lock's a lot bigger than I remember, but of course it will be, it's a commercial lock. So yeah, just need to make sure I don't hit those on the way up. We'll be fine. This is falling. Oh, that was fun. Continuous cruiser and a Dutch couple. Lovely. And they're both stopping in Wakefield, either mooring or going shopping, or, but that's good. Means we can pass them by. Oh, this isn't as busy here as I was expecting. Wow. This is positively barren compared to what it's usually like. Crumbs. Anyway, yeah, Wakefield. We's at Wakefield. The only thing I can tell you about Wakefield, last time we was here, they had a derelict Blockbuster video store, considering that that was only 2 years ago and Blockbuster video went about 20 years ago. It'll tell you how quick a turnover empty shops have. But they've also got a shopping centre, yeah, a little bit like one of these indoor shopping malls, and it was lovely. Lots of slopes in there to make it properly, not wheelchairy slopes, but slopes like long gradual sweeping slopes, rather than forcing people in a wheelchair to go up in a lift. It was nice, it was well thought out, it's clean. It must have been, I can't remember when that was, must have been 2019. Yeah. So yes, Wakefield, we has arrived, and then we're gonna bang on. What's the time now? 12 o'clock. I'm not sure where we're going to stop for lunch, but I should imagine somewhere around, I don't know actually, no, I don't know where I'm going to stop for lunch. Somewhere around somewhere. Never actually too sure, but somewhere up here the name becomes the Calder and Hebble navigation. We might already be on the Calder and Hebble navigation. Who knows? But the next, I think from here, Is this where we got stuck once? We got stuck at a floodlock once. I can't remember. It probably wasn't this one, but I think the next lock up from here is what's called Broad Cut. Fairly sure it's Broad Cut. Guess which motorway this is, boys and girls? Yep, it's the M1. That's where we are. Seen that sign quite a few times whilst driving it, and now sailing under it. I'm gonna do that quiz, you know. How many times will we have passed under the M1 by the time we get back to Sheffield? Just means Charlotte's gonna have to sit there with all the waterway maps and work it out. Oh, sorry. But I just, you know, all those people up there driving along up there, they ain't got a fucking clue that there's this down here. So we're coming up now to Broadcut Lock. I think we can just about see it in the distance there. My estimation is, because it's 6 minutes to 1, is that we'll hit that in about 6 minutes. So we'll hit it. We'll arrive there in about 6 minutes. And then we're going to fill up with water. Last time we filled up was Appley Bridge. And have some lunch. It does look dismal today, doesn't it? It doesn't look sort of the nicest of days, but it's not cold. It's all right. It'd be nice to have a little bit of sunshine like BBC Weather said we'd have. Oh, we've just come through the 2 figure of 3 locks just before you get to Dewsbury, or the Dewsbury Arm anyway, and those were wiped out by a flood a couple of years ago because, strangely enough, Canal and River Trust, even though they'd done a survey and risk assessment 6 years previously that said there's a high risk that these locks will be wiped out by a flood, had done nothing about it. Yeah, really. So yeah, they was wiped out in a flood. I'm not sure if that's a fence or some decking that's gone badly wrong. This bloody floodlock, we got here once, there's 2 other boats waiting, and it was actually firmly shut, didn't need to be. So I had to try and get Max off, and we tried everything we could. He just, little fucker, wouldn't get off. Yeah. So short little run now to Mirfield. I think that's probably as far as we're going to get today. Because we haven't made quite as good time as I thought we would. but it's been all right. I've got to just say, this is the photo of the trip. It was just such a perfect opportunity, and yeah, just worked. Anyway, don't know whether I've put that up. I'll try and do that in post. Right. It tried to rain, but didn't. Hey, we're in Yorkshire. That's a lot of foul. Shepley Bridge, which is sort of Mirfield really. And so we are going to look for a place to moor close to Tesco and Co-op. And a rather iffy drunk who might end up falling in the canal if he gets too friendly with Charlotte.